Welcome to the VOD. Unless you're precognition. So this, let me back out to the, look at that. Conquest of Elysium 5. Super autistic. Not gonna lie, I love it. What that says about my status on the spectrum.
Oh, you want to go out, buddy?
Nah, he can't go out. Because he's gonna just go eat leaves and puke.
Yeah, but what if he needs to...
What if he's gotta poop?
Yeah, because he usually does have to go pretty late at night.
I know. Right when they're starting to stream.
He's being so insistent.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, okay.
We gotta watch him, though. One of us has to watch him.
I can stand by the door. The alarm's not on, right?
I'll check. Yeah, alarm's off. So, yeah. While here, you talk to chat.
You're gonna go out with Alright, hello chat. How's everybody doing? Have I even made this live on Discord? Have I shared this? I don't think I have. Let's see. Adam shared the recording, so I guess I should be sharing the YouTube. You wanted to eat leaves?
Yeah, well, he didn't eat any leaves, but he just looked disappointed and then turned around and came back inside.
Oh yeah, okay. I see how it is.
Yeah, it's a slightly suspicious dog, I dare say.
He was sick earlier, so that's why we're a little bit worried about him.
Yes. Sorry, you can't see the dog because we don't have webcam set up.
Just trust us that he is being very cute and suspicious.
Or you could just assume that we're like highly schizophrenic. Or not schizophrenic. How do you hallucinate stuff? That's not... Schizophrenic is voices.
Well, yeah, you know. You can also have hallucinations. And
Can you?
yeah. People like hallucinate that other people are watching them or that there's faces like in the walls or shit.
What is it when you think that there's $250,000 buried in the walls?
I think that's also schizophrenia.
Is that schizophrenia? Yeah,
that's paranoia.
But that's like you're hearing the voice, like...
Yeah, it's like the same level of delusion.
Yeah, okay. Alright. And...
To think that there's, like, money in the walls.
Okay. And I think the only thing I have to do is hit the here. Live now notifications. Okay. Now we're all setty spaghetti. Oh yeah, and the game capture's on. You guys are gonna hear the most fantastic sound effects. I guess I should turn the music on, give people the full experience. Although there is one track on this game that literally just sounds like an accordion being thrown down the stairs. And I just...
That's from this game? I always just thought you had a playlist.
No.
Okay.
No, I sometimes will turn it off, like all the music in the game off, because you can't skip songs.
Yeah.
So.
It is a little bit irritating. Hey, David Myers.
Hey.
And Gabe, what's up?
David Myers, his diagnosis is meth.
When there's money in the walls.
Yeah. Alright, so... I don't know which one is... Let's do Monarchy. That's like the most normal, I guess. Battle reports, score graphs... random? Yeah. So, let's figure out what we're doing. Who should I play as? I've never done Voice of L. Oh, wait, I gotta, like, make sure I have, like, the right mods on. Turn this off. And then down in the Bone Horde, turn that on. And then everything else is normal. Okay, so I think I'll do a Necromancer playthrough. Because I started one last time and then I never finished it. Oh, wait. Can't just go back one setting, you have to... Oh yeah, randoms, what about? Random battle reports, score graph, monarchy, enormous. And let's make my color... What is a necromancer color? Kind of green, I feel like. Oh, new Fire Emblem trailer has dropped. Exciting.
By the way, chat, feel free to tell us if the music is too loud or too low, etc., etc.
As soon as the game starts, I'm probably going to turn it down because I think the music has a tendency to drive people mad.
Yeah, and I think the sound effects especially have like a tendency to be extremely loud.
Just the summoning one. Bong! You guys will see in a second. I've driven Trisha successfully insane with it, which is always wonderful. I feel like green is a necromancy color. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Also, what is with this palette? Like, what are these fucking random ass colors? Isn't this weird? Am I crazy? Are these like weird random colors?
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, like...
The way that they're placed especially is like, ugh. Some red is over here, some red is over there.
Yeah, like, what is happening? I'm gonna go with this. I think my favorite color is actually the combination of, like, blue and purple. Whatever that's called. Is that indigo? It's not my favorite color. My favorite color is green. But I think another color that is honorable mention is for sure...
Hey, Salem. Welcome to chat.
Welcome, welcome. Alright, so... What do we want for enemies? I feel like I should pick the enemies so they're, like, interesting. These guys... These are Aztecs. That's a pretty interesting enemy. What difficulty do I put people on? And how many enemies? Let's just do 2. Was Emperor too tough? I don't know. Some streaming, and I don't want to look like a...
You don't want to look like an
idiot.
Bit stupid.
Yeah, I'll make it just like 2. What do I do? Oh, kobolds are super interesting. That'll be interesting. And then what color do I make kobolds? How you guys feeling about the music, by the way? I'm already like not as good
You're already
as
sick of it.
I'm already like not as good as Oblivion. Get out of here.
I don't think this track is too terrible.
This one. This is the perfect color for a kobold.
Ah, okay. Kobold King.
Yeah. And we'll make kobold also a marquee. Okay. And we'll make...
Salem says we need metal.
Yeah, for our... Oh, I almost forgot to pick my class. We are gonna be a necromancer. And this is just like a placeholder class in case we want to continue on after the game is concluded. After I defeat the 2 enemies I have. So... I think that's all correct, right? Yeah. Simple. Oh, ooh. What do we make our necromancer named?
Balthazar. I don't know.
Balthazar.
Skeletal.
My
Self.
saga. My saga?
Miss Eddie the Daddy. Ha
Eddie the Daddy. If we combine Salem, David Myers, and Gabe, we get My Saga.
My Saga. There you go. You're all represented.
Do we need a last name? Oh fuck! What happened? All right. It's a sign. Sadaga. Sadaga.
Sadaga.
All right. This isn't working out. Edward the Deadward.
Edward the Deadward.
Looks like Dead Ward, which sounds like. Well, you know, we'll just go with Edward. I'll be less memey. Okay. Oh, look at that! A not terrible start.
Sick.
Okay. Build vampire lair. Okay.
Alright. Gotta find castle.
Yes, yes. Spooky music now.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
You're a spooky guy.
Okay, so these are the rituals you can cast. This destroys a forest. This builds a cemetery, which gives you more resource. But if the cemetery gets captured by an independent, it'll just start pumping out enemy undead. This makes a gallows, which gives you 3 of the spooky resource, whatever this is called. Hands of Glory, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. And then this makes a village. Super powerful, because it gives you 3 gold a turn. It only costs 15. So, but it has to be adjacent to a citadel, and it looks like they have generously started me in the worst fucking spot. Is it a village? No, these are hamlets. Okay. Alright, so I initially thought this was a really good spot. This might be not the goodest spot.
Not the goodest in the world.
No, not the goodest. Armored long dead. Very fancy. Okay. Yeah, let's not be crazy. Let's just capture something. I'll go this way. Oh, overrun. Look at that. Oh shit, there's a vampire in here? Fuck. How hard are these to kill? Immortal. Oh, I should turn myself into a vampire for sure. Oh, excuse me. Hand of Glory sounds like a gay porn name. Oh, like the name of a porno or like a porn actor? Oh, excuse me. Okay. So, killing that guy, long-term goal. They don't usually come out of their castles, though. So it's probably safe. Now... Okay, I'll go here. Oh, interesting. Iron Mine. That might be a thing to do. Okay, I got an apprentice, but can't that I could recruit. That'll be here for just this turn, but I can't afford it, so won't worry about that. Can I trample the fire ant? So that's like, if you trample, you don't have to fight the battle, which means that you can get a lot more done in a turn. Nice. Or overrun is what it's called. So I'll go this way. So this game allows you to have diagonals count as the same movement, which is nuts. Because just like that does not... It's so strong to be able to do that. Oh, this is a citadel. Right, so I can build villages around the citadel. Okay. Okay.
Gabe the Gen is saying, oh boy, going to be a busy gathering the orbs needed for this Fire Emblem Heroes banner. It's all characters from my favorite in the Fire Emblem series, Genealogy of the Holy War. Good to hear it, my dude.
Alright, see how the battle went. I feel like I got this in the bag. Cast disease. Oh, you gotta be... Whoa. Finger of death? Interesting. What spells do I have on this guy? Finger of death. Okay, that's a fucking crazy amount of damage. 1. Not a lot of damage, but 999. Quite a bit. Oh, I can't do that in the fight. Okay. Let me switch around. This one summons 1 to 5. This one summons... Oh, you know what? This is useless. If you give someone a disease, they have the disease, and every turn they lose a little bit of health until they die. But for the disease to really matter, I have to also die. So I'm not planning on doing that. Not in the beginning, anyway. So let's see what we can do here. I'll separate off Gundermar and have Gundermar cast the ritual.
Salem says, cast a beer virus with bat summons.
Okay. And then leave some guys with Gundermar. And then next turn... Yeah. Okay. So next turn I'll build the graveyard so I can have my apprentices grave dig for... You were attacked in a village? Oh. This isn't good. Bandits? If they think they can take me, they're probably correct. Oh no. Do you have any damaging spells, you fucking idiot? Reanimation. Oh, God. No, stop using Strength Sap. What does it even do? Oh. Okay, maybe it's good. Weakened. Strength and damage decreased by 2. Alright, well, that's nice. What happened? What did you... Did you get an eye shot out? Temporary insanity. He got shot with a bow, and now he's insane. So how do you like that summoning noise?
It sounds like a robot.
Slave labor. You saying necromancy is not, like, human rights approved? Yeah, not ethical? That's a shocking accusation.
That's crazy, man.
What are you talking about? Okay. Okay. Childeric is gonna make a corpse repository. You almost got fucking destroyed last turn, so I think I'm not gonna be too greedy. I'm gonna have you do grave robbing. So how do you like that summoning noise? That's the one that drives Trisha crazy.
Well, because it's so much of it. And well, it's so loud.
It's only because I'm winning.
Okay. That's what winning sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it is true, though. Like, if I wasn't doing as well in the game, it wouldn't make that sound. Okay, this is totally doable. This is just a couple... I got a bunch of guys. I'm going to take the Iron Mine. I don't have enough to build another village, I realize. So I'll just do that. Oh, I could have taken this village. Only had to kill 2 deer. Deers. It's ethical if you ask permission first. Nice. Another Necromancer's Apprentice would be great, but... I'll put this on triple speed, because... Nice. Shot the captain with the Finger of Death. All these Necromancer archers are so nice. They have like a decay effect. So it's like a damage over time too. Okay. So, Childeric, you are now going to do grave robbing. Cool. And I'm going to have... Yeah. I could have made a village. No, I couldn't, because there's a village next to it, but that's okay. Make a village nowhere. I can't make a village here. Can't make a village here because that would be adjacent diagonally. I can make one here. Okay.
Yeah, Sam says it's ethical if you ask for permission first. What are they gonna do? Say no?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So how's your guys' days been?
Yeah, what's new with the chat?
Gundamar, you have zombies. Okay. If I move one over... Oh, I can't build anything there. Where can I build it? I can build it here? Yeah, I can build it there. Do I need more money? I do need more money, right? How much are the hangman things? They're like expensive, right? Call the herd, yeah. Okay, so I have to focus on villages first. So I'll go. I'll also go here. I can't move all the way over there. Fucking deer over here. I'll leave one undead behind. Oh boy. Quite a lot of guys over here. Reminds me, I should probably save more than once.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Work consolidated the entire workforce from one building to half a room in the building. So it's been stressful.
Aww.
Jesus.
That sucks.
Sharing space with not so fun folks we could once keep distance from.
Yeah, I hate getting crowded with people.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's the worst. Oh my god, especially working in a crowd, it just kill me. I could not do that. Gabe did finish a replay of The Legend of Dragoon on PS1. Nice. The simple pleasures in life, right, Gabe?
Oh, you know, I know someone who, they changed their whole channel name to Dragoon, because of the Legend of Dragoon. They were playing. I saw them playing it. It was
Did you see that on Rumble?
Yeah, it was a Rumble stream. Yeah,
Oh.
The guy that used to be Helion Arisen with like the jacked like green guy as his
Right. Yeah.
yeah, he changed it to Crimson Dragoon or something.
Okay. Because he figured he was going to be mostly playing that, or.
I think it was just like he wasn't seeing success as his original channel, so he just kind of rage quit and started a new channel with a different name.
Sometimes people don't like to go nuke the channel, start from scratch root.
Yeah. It's hard. Like stuff is hard. I get the frustration, but
Salem says, I'm on the writing team at work and we're sharing the space now with advertisers. Ugh.
interesting. What work could you have that you need writers?
I don't know. I guess there's a lot of random places that need writing done.
Oh my god, did I click the wrong one? I clicked the wrong fucking one.
Journalist. That's the first place that came to mind, but yeah.
Excuse me, folks. I've got to restart the game. There's no way to load in this game. You just have to close the game and open it again. Click the wrong one. They name everything weird, so I don't remember what the stuff is supposed to be called. This I saved at the end of the turn, right? Yeah. Okay. Nice battle. All right. Now, you go here and you build gather the cattle, which is make a village. I should just go into the files and rename these make village. He's trying to necromancer. I think it's from a mod, right? So he's like trying to make everything like thematic or whatever, but which makes it confusing.
Okay, the Jen says also had a weird thing not too long ago where a relative came over with her pet cat, which was pregnant.
My God.
Yeah, here cats very often start wandering around the neighborhoods and frickin'. They start frickin'.
They be frickin' over there.
They be frickin' out there.
God. Did you tell your relative that their cat's a slut?
Oh. Wandering the streets at night.
Ah, God.
Out there frickin'.
Out there frickin'. What do I do?
I say it was because the cat wound up giving birth in my house. The owner just, your relative just thought the cat was fat. Or...
Oh my God. That is a twist. Yeah.
Surprise! Now you got a bunch of cats. Oh, they multiplied.
Yeah. Surprise is right. How do I recruit the okay, Banefire archers are... I'm gonna try and not need more resources for now. I'm gonna try and not need more archers. I'll try and like just not go for big battles like taking this town. I'm gonna try and just accumulate as much as much of the Hands of Glory as I can, because then I can do major summoning. So I just need to up that income. Oh, I need to up my gold income, really. I don't...
Four baby kittens.
Yeah, I think there's nothing to do with this guy except just keep grave robbing. Yeah.
Alright.
Kittens are cute.
Clean up, not so cute.
Ugh.
Well.
Turns out it wasn't lasagna or like Garfield.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ugh. I had a miserable experience today on Twitter. It's like a fellow author, like a peer in the field, decided to like share like a tweet that I made and then just like put me on blast as like a dog abuser, which was interesting. Because I was reading how to make friends and influence people, or I was listening to an audiobook, I should say.
Oh yeah, it turns out that Adam is a dog abuser. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
He always seems so nice to his dogs.
Yeah.
No,
I normally just abuse my girlfriend, but fucking Christ. This is late winter. Yeah, it's late winter. Is that worth it? Maybe. Fuck it. I'm doing it.
Salem says, "Well, Adam, you shouldn't put dogs through a blender in place of a bath."
There's a very famous book called How to Make Friends and Influence People, and I had always heard that it's like the best book. You gotta read it, otherwise you won't know how to make friends and influence people. And being a guy who hasn't really had problems making friends and influencing people, well, definitely had trouble influencing people. Not a very world-renowned influencer, but I haven't really had too much trouble making friends. I've mostly made too many friends and had most of them be shitbags more than I've had issues like actually making friends. My problem has been making very low quality friends, unfortunately. And generally I think it's a very hard thing to give up friends even if they're shitty. I read what was it called? It was called Lost at Sea. It's the guy who wrote Scott Pilgrim. He wrote something before that, which was just like this. It was like this sad teen story, you know, very melancholic. And one of the lines from it, I really connected with, which was, "Don't be stupid. Nobody doesn't have any friends, right? Like everybody has friends. Everybody just has shitty friends." And I was like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah.
Literally me. But yeah. All right, so if I get 75, I can do the major summoning thing. I'd like to consistently, like every turn, be able to cast major summoning. So I'd like to get my Hands of Glory income all the way up to 225. That's very high. That's not going to happen. But like as high as I can get it would be very nice. That would let me cast a very, very nice amount of spells. I can afford a village. Can I cast a village? No. It needs to be adjacent to a citadel, but not adjacent to another village. So this space, diagonally adjacent. This space, diagonally adjacent. Just straight up adjacent. But that wouldn't be next to a citadel. And the citadel is only adjacent to one block of land, so there's no, like, other places I could put it. Are shitty friends, well, friends? It's a good
question.
It's a good question, yeah. It certainly feels like... well, think about it like this, like when people are in a really bad relationship and like you can see from the outside that they would be happier if they were just alone.
Yeah, that's a bad situation to be in.
Yeah. There's like that song, right? I find that song really funny. My friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that bitch.
It is a very funny song.
It's very funny, and like I've known a lot of guys like that. I've you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's been my problem. I haven't really had I heard about the book and I never really looked into it. But someone was posting about it on Minds and I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'll check it out. And it's kind of stupid. So
well, granted, you're not finished it.
yeah, I haven't finished the book, so maybe
Disclaimer.
I'm like 37 minutes in, and I stopped because he was wrong about a bunch of stuff. Like, for example, he says you should never criticize anyone because it'll cause them to become defensive, and you know they'll never like learn. So you should only be positive. Just very, very wrong. It's very slimy too. If you have a friend and they're doing something and you know they shouldn't do it, right? It's not good for them. It's not good for other people. you understand intrinsically that the risk you're taking by telling your friend they shouldn't do X, Y, or Z is that they will get mad at you and stop being your friend, right? That's like the thing that you fear when you criticize a friend.
Of course.
But it's a very selfish thing to do, is to value someone's company more than their well-being. You know, like, if you can see your friend's life is like going down the drain because they're doing something or whatever, like they're doing a lot of drugs, yeah, they're like
gambling away their money,
yeah, they're breaking up with every girlfriend they get with for no reason, and you're like, sometimes you have to criticize your friend and be like, hey, listen, there really wasn't a reason that you had to do that or whatever, like, or they're working at a job they hate and then they're blowing all of the money in their bank account like randomly, like binge spending or something, like stuff that like maybe they wouldn't notice themselves, but or they feel like is no, like, you need your friends to look out for you and help you. That's a big part of like having good friends, is that they can help you not be retarded. And that's just like, oh, do I have Unearthed Temple? Oh, build new citadel. How do I do that? Only possible in flat terrains. 5 tiles from the nearest dark citadel. Okay. Where could I build one of these? Here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So, like, farther up. What about this? 1, 2, 3, 5. So somewhere over here might be a good spot. I'm already over here, so you could always do both spots, right? Yeah. Let's explore a little bit, and then I'm gonna try and like. What was it? Also, what does it cost? Oh, 50 iron? Fuck, I'll never get there. Oh, I do have an iron mine. That's a very, very fortified iron mine, though. What's over here? In the ocean. Okay. A good friend helps you not be retarded. Adam 2025. Yes.
Absolutely.
Anyway, the book says you should never criticize people, and his evidence for this is a study was done that animals respond better to positive reinforcement than negative reinforcement, and so you should never use negative reinforcement, and that's fucking retarded, to put it kindly. That is, yeah, I'd say fucking retarded is the most generous way to put that. Because like anyone who's ever owned a dog knows that, like,
you have to tell the dog no.
Yeah, occasionally you have to tell, as cute as they are, when they poop in the house, you have to go no, can't do that. And you have to do it in a stern tone so that they understand what you mean, and they're not just like, oh, he's saying oochie goochie goo,
He's saying I did a good thing.
I'll just poop again.
He seems to really like it when I poop in the house.
I poop 1, 2, 3 times.
I want to make Master happy.
I am shitting and shitting. Like, you have to discipline the dog. I know they're cute, but you need to do it.
Yeah. Obviously, you shouldn't beat them, but there are other methods of discipline.
Literally, just telling them no in a stern voice is fine.
Yeah, it's
like,
more than enough. Yeah.
Some dogs have more difficulty. Like, just certain breeds are harder to train.
Sure.
Like, so I'd forgotten about this, but there's like, if you have a really bad dog that like won't listen to you, like particularly like German Shepherds or whatever.
Oh, well, German Shepherds are also like big.
Yeah, my
they'll fight with you.
My cousin was telling me that they went to this like German guy who trains German Shepherds, and he's like, so what you do? You throw chain at them. So they throw.
I was not expecting.
I know, right? I was like, Jesus
chain
Christ.
at them.
Because it's loud, the jingling. So you
no.
throw the chain at them, and then after you throw the chain at them, all you do is jingle the chain when you want them to come in. And I was like, wow, that's some fucking crazy shit. I don't know if I would have. I couldn't.
Yeah, right.
I am not tough enough to throw a chain at Greggy. I couldn't do it. He's also a very soft dog. Like
he's very timid too.
But the other thing you have to consider is like if your dog has a biting problem and you don't solve it, someone's gonna kill your dog. Like someone could your dog bites someone, they could pull out a gun and shoot it in the head, and you'd have nothing to say about it.
Yeah, tougher discipline for tougher dogs, I guess.
And also if your dog like mauls a little girl, they're gonna kill your dog. And
yes.
You can argue like, oh, the dog was just doing what dogs.
They might even kill you.
Yeah, they might even kill you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it is important to train your dog, and like you also don't want anyone to get hurt. Even if you're like, I mean, yeah, no one's like such a psycho that they like only love their dog and will let everyone else die in the world. But even if you were, your dog's safety is ultimately dependent on your ability to keep them from getting into trouble. So, okay, so I can recruit another apprentice, Erkeborn. So let's do that because he can make more minions for free. So I'll go do that. I'll send him over to the graveyard. Or actually, I can make a new graveyard, can't I? Nah, maybe? No, not here. Graveyards can go kind of anywhere, but... This could have been a gallows, but it cannot be a gallows now. Correct? Because I don't have the money for it to be a gallows. So I guess both of you guys just go back and get free minions. I don't know. It's nothing for it, but also pretty low yield of minions from your grave robbing. Although I built this cemetery, so it's a little bit odd that I'm able to grave rob from it, but let's not question it. Gives German Shepherd a command. German Shepherd, fortunate son, plays in the background. Oh, man. Anyway. My argument, obviously, is like, well, how do you stop the dog from shitting on the floor? Like, if the dog is pooping on the floor, you go, no, and you tell him...
You're, like, using, like, one example in a much bigger argument about, like, discipline versus validation, etc.
Yeah. Like, I mean, with people, it's even an even sillier logic. His other logic is like, well, there was this serial killer who didn't think he did anything wrong. And it's like, what?
Okay.
It's like, what? So it's a literal, like, but that's a fucking psychopath. Like, what?
Yeah, I would say so.
Like, what? How is this, like...
Equivalent.
He's like, are you any different? I was like, yes. What? But yeah, I used that example, and then some fucking lunatic who I knew, right?
That's the craziest part, is that you knew him.
I knew him, and I talked to him in, like, DMs and stuff.
You guys were, like, friendly with each other.
Yeah, he's, like, a House of Representatives guy in, like, in New Hampshire. Like, this is an actual appointed government official. And, like, he's, like...
Well, he's using, like, his alt, right?
Yeah, he's using his alt, but, like, I don't know. He has it in his bio, like... to buy his books, so I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know how secret it is, but you, like, when you follow him on that account, you have to, like, approve it or whatever. Or he has to approve it, right?
Salem is like, look, all Jeffrey Dahmer needed was positive affirmations.
Right, exactly. If only they had positive affirmations, everything would have been perfect.
Yeah, you know how he died?
I've heard.
It's the worst way to go.
I've heard it's one of the worst ways to go. It's like an old Norm Macdonald sketch. Trisha's not insane. Don't look it up. You don't want to. You don't want to know what happened. Suffice to say, he got what was coming to him.
Sufficient punishment.
Okay, let's blow 40 gold. Yeah. Irkiborn. We're gonna grab you some. Should I just like grab all the? Yeah. Let's grab all the skeletons. This guy can sit there and make some more. Okay, we're gonna go make a gallows. That'll pump up my Hands of Glory to 11 per month. That's 3 for each of these gallows. So these have to be adjacent to a village. Now I can go 1 on each corner of this village here is what I'm thinking, and I think that's the most efficient distribution. Yeah. I'll focus on making room for gallows because that's the most important thing. I'm gonna move this guy over, which is a little farther from my base, and you saw how it was like highlighted different color. That means someone else captured it, and that was the Kobold guy, I think. Yeah, Eki, the Kobold King. Let's see how we're doing. How many citadels does everyone own? Okay, everyone owns like 1. How's a gold income? Oh, I'm destroying people in gold income. Well, not really. Kobold King is pretty close. Iron? Okay, we're all equal on iron. How about this resource that only I collect? Hey, check me out.
Okay.
I'll move. Do I move 1 more out? I'll go here. And then I'm gonna go for major summoning. Let's see what I get. Oh baby. Draco Lich. Okay. Army just got a little bit stronger. How's that? Okay. Alright. Now they can't heal themselves, all these undead, so they're all kind of like circling the drain as soon as you summon them. That's why these archers are so good, because they don't cost health when they fight in a battle. Except this guy got shot at some point. But, you know, they generally are pretty conservative on like the health that they are consuming. But anyway, yeah, that guy like he quote tweeted me and then was like, what did he say? It was like,
he says that he's never disappointed.
oh, he has 5.
He has 5 dogs.
He has 5 dogs. He's never once punished any of them, and he's like, you should probably read a book on dog training. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, basically implying that Adam is a bad dog owner and not commenting on like what Adam is actually talking about when it comes to criticism towards the book that he's listening to.
Yeah. So he's like, first, like, that would be a nasty thing to comment, but he's quote tweeting me to put me on blast for all of his followers to come harass me, which they are, right? They're like, you shouldn't reproduce. People are like, you're dumber than your dog.
Yeah, they're accusing you of being like a dog abuser, basically.
Yeah.
Which is not what you said.
And I was like, and I replied to his like retweet, just like giving him the best, the greatest like possible leeway, right? Like assuming the absolute best of him. I like replied to it and I was like, maybe we have a different definition of punishment. Like maybe you know, like what do you know, I was like trying to get clarification or whatever. Ignores me. And then I quote tweet him like I went to sleep and then woke up like, and I looked at how long it had been since like I had asked the question. It had been like 8 hours, right? So I was like, okay, well, this guy's just ignoring me because he's like terminally online, always on Twitter.
Yes, he quote tweets a lot of people.
So there's no excuse. It's not like he was like busy doing something else. He's just straight up ignoring me.
Salem says, I wouldn't value criticism from a politician.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, it's funny, the book is about manipulating people, and I guess that is a politician's job.
I don't know how good he is at it.
Well.
Let's go here, I guess. And then... Yeah, let's just do this. We'll just do more grave robbing. Let's get more minions.
I'll let the sound effects for you.
So, yeah, and so I quote tweet him, and I'm like, this reads like a parody. Maybe you should read a book on, like, not being so fucking rude.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was being rude. That is fair.
It's like, who fucking says it? It's like, well, maybe you should read a book on,
on dog training.
Fucking, what a douchey thing to say. It's like, there's just so many better ways to word that, and he's an author. Like, as though I'm supposed to assume that he's just retarded. Like, he has written multiple books. He should understand. Yeah, I own his, like, book on homesteading, because it's specifically in relation to, like, New Hampshire, and I thought this guy wasn't a total raging asshole, but
yeah.
Whatever.
He does strike me as a little bit, perhaps, autistic, but, you know.
I mean, autistic or retarded is, like, the best thing you could, the most charitable description you could give, but, like, it's like there's so many different ways you could word, maybe you should read a book on dog training. There's so many just better ways to word that, like, just in the same sentence you could just rewrite it in so many less rude ways.
Yeah, but, like, it also, like, he's isolating, like, your tweet to talk about dog training when it's not about dog training.
Yeah, it's like first of all, not fucking, like, talking about that, but yeah. But, like, it's like, you could just say, like, oh, you know, if you read a book on dog training, you'd be surprised how much interesting stuff there is, or whatever. Like, there's so many.
Seem less aggressive.
Yeah, there's so many less nasty ways to say that, and it's like. Then he replies, like, it's interesting that suddenly he's like psychoanalyzing me. He's like, suddenly a little bit of negative. A little bit of negative criticism, and suddenly your attitude towards me is negative, or at least not positive anymore. And it's like, what do you mean? You acted like an asshole. Like, what is that? What the fuck? Like, as though there's some, like, psychological analysis to do on me. You acted like an asshole, and someone reacted to you. This isn't like.
Well, that's what I mean. He just doesn't seem to be very socially aware.
Yeah, fucking. Oh my god. So and it's also, like, we have a very similar audience. He's, like, a based author. So he's sharing my tweet with his audience, with his followers, implying I'm a dog abuser.
Basically.
And all of his followers are commenting on it, being nasty about me, and I'm not supposed to be upset. Like, he's literally fucking me over. Like, he's showing...
He's painting you as a villain to his fans, so they won't, like, buy any of your stuff.
He doesn't retweet me 3D printing stuff. He doesn't retweet me posting about the comic we wrote together. He retweets something to be nasty to me about. And, like, all the stuff he posts all day is always negative about everybody. He's always shit-talking everybody he, like, talks about.
It seems like it.
And it's like, he's spoken to me before. All of a sudden, he can't just, like, he can't reply to the post. He can't just, like, DM me.
Like a normal
like, if he's really concerned that I'm a dog abuser, maybe he should, like, message me and be like, hey man, you shouldn't do this or that. It's like,
yeah, hey man, I just want to make sure that you're not treating your dogs improperly.
You're not using a cattle prod, are you? Like, I don't know.
You didn't throw your dog in the blender, right?
But it's like, it's not like this is some, like, leftist saying this. This is, like, some right-wing guy who's directly...
You've talked to before.
Yeah, it's someone I know. It's not a stranger.
Person.
Yeah. And so it's like the most fucking the most damage he could do without, like, becoming obsessed with me and stalking me and stuff. Like, it's very out of line. And there's no, like, he'd have to be retarded to not understand that. Like,
it's upsetting because he was a potential friend, and then now, like, he's just, like, burned to this bridge. I don't understand why, but I guess it's mostly just an ego problem. David says, if he spends as much time on social media as you say, something tells me he doesn't have much in real life social contact. People like that tend to have poor bedside manner.
Yeah, Trisha Trisha was curious if this is just like a normal thing he does. So
It is,
she
yeah.
like went to his profile and Trisha was like 1, 2, 3, 6 quote tweets in an hour where he's like shit talking
Yeah.
other people. It's like, oh, okay, so he's just an asshole. He's always acting like an asshole every moment of his life. Makes me feel
I mean,
better.
this is basically
maybe,
how
but-
he's gained his Twitter following.
Yeah.
Is by like just putting people on blast, being like, "Here's a villain. Let's go shit on this villain
Yeah.
together, my followers."
Yeah, I mean,
It's all the more reason why I don't want to be a drama channel, because I don't just like look for villains my whole life. I don't think that's very healthy to have that type of mindset. Gabe says, unironically being cringe.
yeah. Please don't have a necromancer die. Anything else can die besides my precious necromancer. Dragon, destroy them. Oh my god, how did you miss? It's pathetic. There you go. You hit one of them for 1 damage. Good fire breath. Oh my god. What is this dragon's aim? Okay, we knocked down the gate. Good job. Good job, boys. Oh. Finger of death for 111 damage. Alright, nice. Victory.
Need some victory music afterwards.
That is kind of missing, huh? Like when you get a good win, you don't get any kind of fanfare.
It's just kind of the same playlist they got going on.
Okay, I'll make the diagonal up here. 1, 2, and then I'll have Now we got 19 a turn. It's getting up there. It's getting up there. Yeah, I'm currently selling Hands of Glory because the exchange is 30 gold to 10, which I guess is 3 to 1. So I feel like if I sell Hands of Glory, I can get up to 40 faster to increase the income by 3. So I feel like mathematically that makes sense. I don't want to wander too far away because my army is not super invincible right now. So I want to not expend so many troops on these battles. I lost 2 more on that last fight, and I don't actually get anything from the watchtowers. I think they spawn enemies, so I don't want it to be too close to my stuff. That's why I attacked it.
What do you want? Confetti? That would be cool.
Hey, coal
Nice
mine right
confetti
here.
effect.
I need 50 iron in order to cast to make a new citadel, which would allow me to make a whole bunch of villages and a whole bunch of gallows in a nice like area close to my base. So I guess this gentleman would be grave robbing. Yeah, then like all of that guy's followers are also like psychoanalyzing me. Someone was like, his response was perfectly nice, perfectly nice and polite. I don't know why your reaction seems like very like excessive. Were your parents yellers? Is this about something other than dog training? It's like, yeah. I mean, I guess yes. He's like he's like well, I guess yes on the it's like we're both indie authors, and he's showcasing me to his audience as an animal abuser. Like, you couldn't fuck someone over any worse unless he was accusing me of being a pedophile. Like, there are few things in this world that people hate more than like someone who abuses dogs.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why people root for John Wick.
Yeah. Then the choreography is so tight. But But yeah. Also, on the topic of the thing I was actually talking about, where it's like, you shouldn't criticize someone because people respond bad to criticism because they have no choice but to defend themselves. This has already been figured out by Sun Tzu, by the way. Yes, when someone has nowhere to retreat to, they will fight harder, and so you shouldn't surround your enemy. Is his that is okay? So the first part is true. His conclusion is not necessarily true, but I'll talk about that in a second. When you're criticizing someone, people like, this is a very normal thing. People give you an out very often. People will go like, "You're better than this," or like, "You're normally such a great employee. I'm kind of shocked." You know, people give you an out for that reason, because if you don't, then they'll be defensive, right? But like, to say to never criticize someone is very silly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can take a shortcut now, kind of, sort of.
You don't want to be friends with someone who's a yes man anyway.
Yeah.
He's not a good person.
Okay. There's no winter down here, so that's kind of a nice little spot that I got my main guy to. Although all these other squares are going to cost an extra movement to move, and there's only like 3 movement total, so that's a fucking huge debuff. This 6 snakes is making me nervous. It's constantly going near my stuff, ready to capture it. And then it'll be such a pain to get over there to take it back. Go here. And make another gallows. Okay. Now we got 22 a turn. That is very nice. Very, very nice. That's like every 3 turns or so. I'm going to leave the trade how it is from selling the Hands of Glory until I can make the one that's here. No. I'm gonna do grave robbing, and then this guy isn't gonna be available next turn, so I'll take the trade off, so that I'm getting as many Hands of Glory as I can. I don't need to sell them because I don't have a lot to build. I don't have a lot that I can build otherwise. But yeah, I'll make another citadel somewhere over here, especially because the temperature will be better, so I can move around a lot more around that citadel. Yeah. Okay. Who else can move? Okay, you can move. I'll just have you do more grave robbing. Piles and piles of undead. I'll just keep on hoarding. You want to know what happens to folks who can't be criticized? Look at society of the past 10 plus years. Yeah, fair enough. Every movie they want to show how evil the villain is, they kick the dog. Yeah. Being psychologically analyzed on Twitter is quite the hilarious happening. Yeah. Such a bizarre. It's like, oh, it's interesting that you're now maligned towards me. It's like, yeah, when you do shitty things, people don't like it. What the fuck? What kind of insane person comment is that? It's so stupid. Yeah. Another one of his followers was like, I hope you never reproduce, because you would make a psychopath. It's like, bro, what the
You're coming to this conclusion based on a tweet criticizing a book?
He yelled at his dog one time?
Bro.
Oh my god. What a psycho.
How could you, man? Hey, our honeydew, welcome to chat.
Let's see what I get. What the fuck did I just summon? Not the thing you don't want your necromancer to say. Boo. This sucks. 1 to 10 damage? Fucking... I could have had a Draco Lich. Sucks. Okay. Lots of zombies around here. Ooh. Oh my god, a single ant. Oh, 5 ants, rather. I've taken my town. So many resources wasted by these fucking ants. A total of 5 fucking ants. Fucking me over. Snakes, don't start. I can already see you're thinking about it. Alright. Music is quite nice now.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Turn it up a little bit so you guys can hear the beautiful music. I don't know if you guys can hear the music at all. It's the, oh, it's like not even. Oh, can you guys even hear the sound effects? There it is, yeah. It's very soft, the music. Oh.
Would you guys ever do Undertale? I was advised to never stream Undertale because apparently the fandom is crazy.
John says the game is good, but the fans are cringe.
Yeah. No, I've seen like some gameplay of the game and it looks good. It looks decent. I would play it. I do have it, but I don't know if it is safe to stream. Because when I mentioned it to a friend, she was like, "Oh no, you don't want to attract those people to your channel."
My experience with Undertale fans in real life, I would say, yeah.
Fair enough.
They've exclusively been extremely weird.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, talking about people I met at a liberal arts college. So who knows? Let's save in case these fire ants are like crazy strong or something. Get them. What else do we got? Oh, I have enough to make a new gallows, so I'll move you here. I guess I should have moved you, but I couldn't have moved you. Perfect timing, I guess. Something like that. I can make a graveyard here, because it's not adjacent to the other graveyard. But let's not do anything too complicated. Keep grave robbing. Maybe I should be taking this person soon to go drop some undead all over the place. Yeah, I think Gundamar is going to make a wall of zombies to slow down any attacking armies. Because once you go into a battle, you have to like fight it out or whatever. Oh, maybe you don't have to fight it out. Maybe you could, because you could overrun it or whatever. Alright. Please, Will. There we go. Thank you. They have like the small ants have this trait where it's like a 50% chance of being missed because they have the tiny trait. Oh, I can afford the Necromancer's Apprentice that just popped up. Do I get the Necromancer's Apprentice or increase my... Yeah, I get the Necromancer's Apprentice, I think. Thresimund. Blow all my money on Thresimund.
R says, I'm sure that fandom is too rusty and small to give you trouble nowadays.
Probably,
and
yeah.
Gabe says, until the next few chapters of Deltarune come out, oh man, they're gonna have a new resurgence. Which I think will be coming out this year. Okay. So now's not a good time, I guess. There's a lot of things coming out this year. Got Elden Ring Night Rain. Hey.
That's a co-op thing.
Yeah, it's focusing on co-op.
Also exciting is there's like a based co-op game. The developer reached out to me to like he wanted us to play it on stream. I hope that means like key. Are we big enough to get a key?
Or is he just like asking you to pay for it?
Asking me to buy it? Ugh.
And then stream it for him?
Oof.
No, I feel like he's offering to give it to you.
Hopefully we're big enough.
Yeah, right.
What if he's just like...
It would be like the worst sponsorship. They make you pay for the product.
Yeah, what if he's like channel small SMOL you pay like just like nah man, channel too small.
Tiny.
This fucking ants are gonna touch it. They're gonna touch the graveyard and it's gonna start pumping out zombies again. I don't want to fight them though. Fuck it. I'll just be trapped in eternal bondage, as they say. Oh, wow. Didn't have to fight the battle. Alright, move back over here. Who's this? So both of you there. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's any other like funny comments that people left, or like interesting comments. It's mostly just people being completely fucking unhinged. Is this like capturable? This doesn't seem too tough. What does dark prayers mean? Cast dark prayers level 1. The fuck are your dark prayers? I don't like that, because the light prayers include a spell called conversion, which is like can convert a unit, and or a human unit, and I do happen to have one human that needs to not get converted, which is my faction leader. Fuck it, let's try it. Extra 1 gold a turn, how could I say no? This will have to take to, oh fuck it, as a catapult, that's a no-go. I'm not gonna do that. You, Childeric, are going to make a corpse repository. And then Thresimund, you are gonna grave rob. Alright, Gundermar. Okay. Let's leave like a significant amount of zombies here. Everywhere I go with Gundermar, I'm gonna drop off a zombie, because you can get like bogged down in a battle if you run into a zombie. So I'm gonna try and like slow. Oh, I have enough to cast another grand summoning. I'm very close to the kobold guy, I'm pretty sure, because he captured. Oh fuck, he's right there. Oh man. All right, let's see how this guy went. Triple speed. That's usually good.
It says random bit of interesting stuff I came across as far as YouTube is concerned, as long as the creator has more than 100K followers, and if you have YouTube Premium, if they heart one of your comments, it is. Okay,
It
so that cut off.
Big suspense.
It gives you a badge that says so and so channel loves you, that you can show off on your page, but you have to do it through the YouTube app. That's a little bit strange.
Sure about that guy?
I hearted my comment. I want everybody to know about this.
Did you hear about that guy who set the streamer's car on fire?
What?
It was the top donator of some titty streamer, and then he found out she had a girlfriend, or had a boyfriend, so he went to her house and poured gasoline on her car and set it on fire.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
That is fucking crazy. But the thing is, though, those kinds of streamers are basically pretending to be your girlfriend.
Yeah, they're pretending to be
like,
single and acting like you have a chance. comments and
Yeah.
that they love you.
They're flirting with everyone in chat and trying to get money that way, and like that is just it is just kind of prostitution. Like I know it's like shitty prostitution, you're not getting good value for your money, but that is basically just prostitution.
Yeah, phone sex has changed a lot since back in the day, huh?
Yeah, you get a lot less value for your dollar in the prostitution marketplace. Okay, so this guy. Okay, that's not terrible. This thing is probably really dangerous, especially for like a big horde. That'll be now cone of 5. I think is also what the big dragon is doing. Cone 10. Okay, so cone 5 has to be tiny as shit, but still, these guys are kind of weak. There are a lot of them, but they only have 2 hit points each usually. What's the strongest ones? Those are 3 hit points, 2 armor. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think the archers that I have could really do a lot of damage. I think it would be good to get more of these Banefire archers, though. Yeah. I don't want to get too close to this guy. 'Cause I think he can fuck me up. This would be 4, so I'll go here. Just sprinkle zombies across the land to consolidate my... So he's coming from somewhere off this direction. Maybe diagonally down, you know? So maybe I should send my main lord that way. First, I'll hang around until I get to 50 here. Oh, I'll buy iron. Buy iron. That'll get me... Yeah, so I need to build it 5 away from the Dark Citadel. So what does that put me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No shit. Okay, so 5. Yeah, I'll build it there then. Yeah, because I can on desert. I think I can build, so that's fine. I don't have to waste more time. Well, I guess I could.
Oh yeah, David was also saying that's a whole lot of YouTube servitude and hoops to jump through to get a shiny badge on your channel.
Have to download the app. Yeah.
Well, the channel has to have more than 100K, and you have to have YouTube Premium.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I need 100 gold for a citadel, so I shouldn't do... Huh. I'm not sure what I should do. Should I go for another citadel and try to build more growth? Or just aggressively go after him without really much at all? Both options require me to start moving left with my main lord. But with this guy, I could move Childeric over and then build another gallows. But that would cost 40 gold. And I need 100 to build a citadel. Next turn I'd be at 70. And then the one after I would have enough. So maybe I won't spend. I'll just have him... Well... Maybe I need to just have Childeric go out and fight. How strong are these guys versus a kobold? Okay, they're basically the same shit. Like 3 hit points. Yeah, okay, they suck. The spell casting is nice. What do you have? Strength, sap, and reanimation? Okay, it's not great. Wait, what's the zombies? Oh, 10 hit points. Look at that. What's this? Clumsy. Misses half of all. Okay, we're not doing great over here with the zombies. What are we thinking? I'm gonna have to deal with this guy. He's gonna start capturing all this stuff. I'm gonna have to take it back. Can you move? Okay. What if we do this? I'll have Childeric take these guys. And then we'll drop off the worst versions of skeletons, which I guess are these guys? Damage 1. Okay. Probably you. But we'll check. You have a shield, so that's something. You do 1 to 6 damage. Okay, we're gonna, because if you just like double click, it'll just unselect all skeletons because they count them all as the same. But these guys obviously have no weapons, so I'm gonna leave those guys for Irkiborn. I'm gonna take from Irkiborn his archers. And the better frontline guys. And I'll have Irkiborn go and make more of the really good archers with my bad units. That'll be his job. That should be over 5, yeah. I'll take all the good troops, and I'm going to go and try and fight this guy with Childeric. But apparently I'll be doing that next turn, because he's out of movement now that he picked up those shitty troops. Yeah, is it bad that I heard that story about that streamer and then I was like, at least he didn't set her on fire?
I guess so, yeah.
So we had that happen too. Very peaceful.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We had a religion of peace incident, I think.
Yeah, the train.
Yeah.
That's a sad little story.
Did she get hurt? I heard it was just loud noises.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
Alright.
I'm a bad person, I'm sorry.
Let's not sin too much.
Okay. Okay, Childeric. Do this? Childeric? Yeah. Irkiborn back. Lothar is a great name.
Lothar. It's got that thaw at the end, so.
I made.
Anyone watch Dan to Dan? I watched like the first 3 episodes and then I took a long break. And at some point I guess I should go back and watch more of it.
Made an oopsie. Oh, I think actually I need this to be. Okay. Just correcting my oopsies so I don't have to close the whole fucking game. Speaking of which. Edward 7. You know what 7 is in German? Sieben. It's a very cool sounding number. Okay. So I can... okay, I'll move over 1, and I'll do a major summoning, I think. And that should be satisfactory. Oh my god. Stupid thing. I don't know. Is this... I mean, they've, they're... Garbage. I mean, it's not a dragon, right?
Yeah.
There's some really good shit you can summon with this spell, but we're just getting ghosts. Just ghosts, not like evil specter. Just regular. I mean, okay, so it drains life, right? But it only has like 9 hit points. It's not like it's a crazy tank, right? I don't know. Whatever. Fine. I'll be satisfied. Alright, Kobold guy's moving away. Interesting. Now, I can stop buying iron, because I have enough. So I'll save my gold for, like, building stuff. Can I build the new citadel? Not possible to cast here. Why is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's not far enough. Can't build it here. Okay, let me cheat for a second, because I'm kind of confused as to what the distances are. Okay, that's still not far enough. Is this far enough? Is this far enough? It is. So I have to be... I could do that, I guess. Well, no, if I did this, it would be better, I think. Alright, this. Is this okay? It is. Okay. So where was I? I was here? I think. If I go here, the diagonal would be desert and desert, which I believe I can build. Oh, but... It's not perfect, but... Let me take a look around in a second. My necromancer real estate is... what goes over here? Oh, but that's not... Really, right where the snakes are standing is where I want to check, but... I know I'm not going to trample the snakes. It's going to be this whole battle for it. But the snakes would be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not even close. This is probably the best spot, I guess. Because I have the diagonals to make the villages, but then... Is there mountains on the other side of this, is the question. Or no, you'd be here, and then... Yeah, let's do that. Let's give it a shot, fuck it. I have plenty of room above to add more stuff, so... We'll go here, right? That's what I was thinking. Yeah, okay. Oops. Yeah, let's do it. Boom, new citadel. Cool. So yes, that is good. Desert. So village, 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 and then I can have on either side of the village I can have the gallows. Cool, 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 cool. How tough is this block of troops? That's like something. I don't know. Drop a zombie off here. And then you... Childeric, probably a pretty strong army. Those archers in the back is the only thing that's really going to do anything, but these 5 guys with the flaming arrow right there, really good weapon. So I'm hoping that the chaff in the front will just hold them off long enough to get some good bow shots in. Erkeborn. I'll leave the archers behind because these can also get converted when you're upgrading them into the Banefire archers. Even if that makes it slightly inconvenient logistically. Alright, Banefire archers. I could. Oh, this is the song that I think sounds like an accordion being thrown down the stairs.
Yeah, that's fair.
We can all bond over how bad this song is. It's not even like.
I just think it needs like a different lead.
Yeah, it's not even.
Opposed to the accordion.
Yeah, it's not even like I hate the song. I don't know. I just feel like it's bad. It's not like rap, right? It's not like where it's like, I'm allergic. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, fucking snakes. The bane of my existence finally thwarted. Shoot. Nice. Okay. Are you... Oh, you can still move and stuff. Cool. Do you have Banefire archers? No, you're kind of like shit out of luck over here. Let's do a minor summoning for this guy. Unless... Could also raise dead. Oh, this is a different army. Interesting. You have 87? How many do I have? I have 80. Something tells me the kobolds all have their shit tons of slingers. The major summonings are much better, but let's do minor summoning. What the fuck are you? Bane? Bane! Okay, well, hopefully that'll wipe out lots of kobolds. He has a sweep attack, which is like a cleave in D&D. We'll see how that works. I'm gonna start advancing with my man over here. And I'll start working on villages with this good, bright young apprentice. Yeah, I'll do villages first because the gold income is key. And I'll do the ones that would be in this area first. The desert will always be slow movement, even in winter. Like it'll be the same. There's no difference. Whereas like this stuff up here where it's grass, it's probably most of this is probably frozen during winter, so it's slower. It's faster now. Chatham doesn't like rap. That actually is shocking. What?
Is it?
Have you seen me? I'm the long hair and the black t-shirts.
He's a metal guy.
Yeah. Okay. I need to take this. The castle. I gotta take that too, but... Alright. Yeah, You know what? You just grave rob. Repeat ritual. Thresimund, that's your job. Full time. Okay. I already looked at you. Irkeborn. Okay. Let's grab you some, like, stuff that will make you go slow. Cool. Let's just be neutral and go this way. Alright, let's see what happens. I thought he might go for the town. I'm feeling like... I wonder if we'll get any kills. What do you think? Yeah, 0 damage. Because they're armored in the front. Oh man, that guy's... Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Getting some kills? Got 2 kills so far as I can count. Oh, 3. Kinda nice. Kinda nice. For the cost of just a bunch of trash units, I'm getting some... I'm wearing them down a little bit. What is this? We got a heart symbol over here. That means they have a permanent injury. Would you get? Lost an eye. Yeah, get shit on. Fucking lizard people. Okay. Another guy died right at the end there. Let's see what we got. Let's see the stats on the battle. Okay, they lost 5 troops. 5 for 5. 5 trash units for 5 trash units. Terrible exchange. I mean, you know, I guess in a way that's appropriate exchange of losses. All right.
Making progress.
Let's see. I think you fucking kidding me? Alright. It's terrible. Alright, go beat him up. Minor summoning sucks so bad. Go 1. Go 2. Kind of hanging out there. He doesn't have a lot of good stuff. I should do the major summoning now. Okay, that's something. I don't... Plague Soul. So these guys are like, you know, cavalry dudes. They have a couple spells. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? The terror actually on kobolds probably is really good. I bet kobolds aren't that brave. So this guy can be a commander, but I don't need that right now. Am I in the right spot for this? Yeah. Okay, gather cattle. Another nice village. Then I can do cull the herd here, I suppose. Start upping my upping my hands of glory, I guess. What are we talking about that I should give it a shot?
Oh, he's talking to someone else about the Rambo one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were so much trying to convince me to give rap a shot.
Yeah, 2 different conversations.
Completely insane. Because I see mentions of bare boobs.
Yeah.
Hubba hubba.
In Ranma.
But I can see why Ranma is getting an adaptation if it's like a Netflix thing, because it's...
Oh, no. It was adapted into an anime before, but it's on the line of anime that they're rebooting, because anime is now going through its rebooting phase, which is typically a bad sign. But you know, if we are to compare it to the rebooting phase of Hollywood.
I mean, the reason they were rebooting stuff in Hollywood was because they wanted to get rid of any good media that already existed, so that you wouldn't have anywhere to escape to but their slop.
Sure. But originally they were doing faithful reboots. Originally there were a lot of faithful reboots that they did. There are better examples of something that like tries to appease the fans and stay true to the source material. But yeah.
Well, this isn't a Hollywood project, so it can't suck. Yeah, I mean, it can't be that bad. Like, the movie that they did for, what's the spy thing? Spy X Family?
Yeah.
That was bad. That was a bad movie, but it was, like, refreshing. It was, like, a refreshing bad, because it wasn't, like...
Bad,
yeah, it was just normal bad, which is, it's just very abnormal. Normally, you have something that's fucking horrible, and then it's also degrading you.
Yeah,
and, like,
right.
like,
it's also trying to make you feel bad about yourself and your life.
Like, they're not like pegging men in the movie. They're just like
fucking Alucard in the ass till he's
yeah,
gay.
they're not fucking Alucard in the ass till he's gay. They're just making something bad. They just didn't really understand like how good the writing was, and they just they just couldn't do it. They just weren't good enough to write a good movie, and that's kind of fine. It's like yeah, all right.
Yeah, mid stuff. Yeah, what do you expect?
So, see how this battle went. I am sieging them. I guess I didn't really think about that. Let's put it on like 3-4 times, because we're gonna be watching them shooting zombies for a while. The spells this guy has kind of suck. It's like summon shitty zombie or cast useless spell. Like, it's like reducing their damage. I guess that means they do no damage, right? Because their damage is already so low. I mean, that guy had strength zap on him, still did a single point of damage, so. He's gonna summon so many shitty zombies. Oh, right, there's the Bane in front. Oh, he missed. Okay, got one. But he's supposed to have a sweep attack, so what's going on there? What's his like history of attacks? 0 damage. Oh, it's the other people doing 0 damage. Bane Blade.
David says, the one thing you can do to make me dislike an adaptation the most is to hit me over the head with exposition to explain everything.
That's the thing that make you dislike it the most? Have you seen Castlevania?
It's the sign of a great writer when they have to explain everything at once, right?
Yeah. Man, the worst thing is like when you're in a class, or like a writing circle, like a writing workshop, and they've got like a short story, and they're explaining everything. Like they have a lot of exposition to do for like a one-off story. It's like, goddamn, man. We don't have, and it won't even be fantasy that they're doing exposition for. Man, I'm
just explaining the complicated lore.
It'll be like that's his cousin, but his cousin really likes dogs. It's like, okay. It's like, and
dogs.
one
And
time,
also his girlfriend?
and one time they got into a fight, and like they were very mad at each other. It's like, okay.
And he owes him $20.
Yeah, it'll be stuff like that, right? It'll be like, these zombies can't possibly do any fucking damage. Oh, someone died. I saw a kobold die. So I have definitely lost this fucking battle. Where's their commander? Did their commander die, though? They might be stuck here, because without a commander, the army can't move. But man, I can keep on shitting out these zombies.
David says, I go to see a movie to watch. The scene where one character explains the premise of their reality to another character as if they were a child is not what I came to see. Yeah. I got a real problem with that in comics too, when they just like fill up like a page full of narration explaining shit. I just want to throw the comic out the window.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it into the pit where they're sacrificing all the babies.
Oh my god. All of a sudden Moloch got involved.
Moloch got involved in this one. Yeah, if I wanted to see people sitting around talking for an hour, I would put on an audiobook. That way I can fold my laundry.
True facts?
Yeah. True facts have never before been stated so truly.
Alright. So it's a tragic loss of whatever that guy's name was. But we still have great characters, such as Childeric. And, oh, it was Gunderbar! No, not Gunderbar! Gunder something.
Gunderbar.
Let's slap these down. Cool.
Now, no pressure, just a time check. It is 11:58.
How you guys feeling? Oh.
Feeling all right, says Gabe.
I feel like there was more to bitch about with that Twitter situation, but
I mean,
yeah, I think we covered everything.
There's a lot of like individual comments you could bitch about, but
I think I mentioned like all of them. It was like the different people like psychoanalyzing was fucking insane. Like the guy himself psychoanalyzing
it's
me.
so much overthinking like what your tweet was.
Yeah. It's like they're overthinking and not thinking enough at the same time because like the tweet
they miss the point and then they focus on like this isolated section below the point.
Yeah, like my point is when you're talking to a person, there's obviously times when you should criticize them.
Of course.
And the evidence that you shouldn't ever criticize people he's using is that you can't ever use negative reinforcement with a dog, which is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Like, and even at the time the book came out, which is like the fucking like 50s or 40s or something, that's a dumb as shit point to make because obviously at the time they were scolding dogs. Like that's like super fringe insanity to think like you can't yell at a dog for pooping in the house. It's fucking there's all these armchair dog trainers that are like, oh my god. One guy was like, there were people that were like, you never need to scold a dog if you want to house train it. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking? If you see the dog peeing on the wall and you have the opportunity to yell at them, it's like a golden miracle because then you can explain that that's not what they do, and then they're a good boy if they pee outside. It's perfect.
Yes.
You need
a combination of both negative and positive reinforcement.
Having both is such a huge advantage. There are people that are like, oh, the dog would never poop in the house unless you like trained it to poop in the house. It's like, fucking, that's so stupid. And I was like, so if the dog is eating chocolate on the floor, I shouldn't yell at it. It's like, a dog would never eat chocolate if it was properly trained. It's like,
but
what the fuck are you talking about?
You're supposed to train them with the reinforcements.
You can only say good boy if they do something good, and if they do something bad, oh yeah, I'm talking about you, Greggy.
Yeah, he lifts his head like me.
Yeah, it's always, yes, that is. You are the best boy. But it's like an insane person's like idea of training a dog is like you can like. It's also like the dog doesn't take it personally. someone was like super mad and like in all caps like, "Do you take everything literally?" And it's like, what the fuck?
What am I supposed to take your comment as?
It's like, what are you fucking like? What did you? What the fuck? It's like, why don't you take my comment literally? Because they're assuming some other shit, like I'm like beating my dog with a belt or something. I'm literally just yelling no. Like nothing. I don't do anything else. Like it's really the best thing, because like they understand that they bark at each other. They bite each other, right? Like Gurgi's mother, to discipline the puppies, like growled and bit at them, right?
Sure.
But like, you know, I'm not gonna bite
You're not
your
gonna
dog.
bite it. It's the funny dog training advice is like, bite the ear. Next time we train each other.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
Man.
Like,
Do you
okay,
also,
we're not gonna go that far.
do you also like positive reinforcement by licking them? Like,
yeah.
if you're willing to lick the dog to tell them they're a good boy, then I'll accept biting the ear. But otherwise, you gotta.
Well, they accept pets as being like kind of the same, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the ear. You can. Yeah, I'm not feeling the ear biting. I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna bite his ear.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
The chain throwing seems crazy, but I've never owned a really vicious dog, so I don't know. But like, the dogs they've owned have always been super vicious, and like they've needed to get a trainer because like they've had to take people to the emergency room. They had to take the dogs to the emergency vet because. Yeah, I don't know if you heard about that, but the dogs got into a fight over food because they adopt them from like the pound too. They're not raising them.
Okay. So this is like a real project that they're trying to do.
Yeah, like my cousins. Well, sometimes they adopt them. Sometimes they get them when they're puppies, but sometimes it's like cheaper or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
because when you're getting a dog from the pound, like it's already had experiences.
And like some of them, they're not growing up together. They're integrating two dogs that are already grown up, which is crazy. Like, it's really hard to do. And so they get them each one of the same toy, and every time they give them a toy, they get the other toy so they can give the two toys together so they don't fight. But like one time they did something wrong with like the food or something.
They just didn't have it like separated.
Yeah, I don't know what they were explaining the system, but I can't remember exactly how it worked. And the dogs attacked each other over because their food is, I don't know, something was wrong with the food. Like you're supposed to train food anxiety out of dogs. If you feed table scraps to dogs, it creates more food anxiety, and I know they do that. That's another problem, but
right. That's how you get dogs that big, because they think that's what they're supposed to do to get rewarded.
So there was like blood all over the place. They had to like, there was this blood, because dogs tore each other up. They took whoever was separating them. It was like I think it was my uncle. He's on like blood thinners or something. It was like shit tons of
Oh my goodness.
It's a big gory mess.
Yeah, that's really scary.
So anyway, like I've never had a dog where that was a problem. No matter what Gurgi does, it's not going to be that serious. Like it's not going to be some emergency room shit. So it's hard for me to judge the throwing the chain at the dog, but I don't know. It feels really mean.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm like the toughest dog trainer.
They're not hitting them with the chain. They're just like throwing it at the ground near them.
I think they're hitting them with the chain the first time.
Really?
I think the first time you're supposed to hit them with the chain, but I don't know.
Oh, that's not nice.
It's not nice.
No, I don't like that.
I've heard about the throwing the chain on the floor, like some dog trainer had us get a bag that has chains in it, so you throw the bag at the floor.
Right, because I thought the idea was not that they're getting hurt by the chain, but that they're scared of the noise.
They're scared of the noise, actually get hurt by it, I think. But I don't know. I don't know. But anyway.
Well, because like wasn't Gurgi's litter scared of brooms or something?
Oh yeah, they were scared of brooms. Yeah.
She organized them by pushing them with the broom.
Yeah, it's like a command scepter. So he's so upset whenever someone's sweeping because he's like, because if someone starts walking past while someone's sweeping, he'll rush with them because he's like, oh yeah, we're getting corralled this way, because the other dogs would be getting pushed to go someplace with the broom.
Oh, okay.
And like the parents were scared of the broom, so the puppies were like, oh my god, if the parents are scared of the broom, right?
The broom's scary.
And I think the broom is just basically like, go over here, sweep, go into the pen, or, whatever. But like, Gurgi's trying to read the commands from the command scepter, and he doesn't understand. So he's like,
Then your dad, when he gets really upset with him, pulls out the broom. It's like, don't do that.
he's so confused by the broom. Like, he's always like perplexed. Like, what's happening? Then he'll sweep with the broom, and he has clearly never seen someone sweep with a broom, because they've definitely kept the dogs in another room and done something else to clean up, probably a vacuum. So he doesn't like vacuums either. He doesn't like that. No dog likes vacuums.
Yeah, they're not.
But like,
fans.
When he started sweeping with the broom, like when he was a puppy, anytime he's sweeping with the broom, he would be cocking his head to the side, like, what's happening with the broom?
Yeah.
What is it doing? I thought it was just a command scepter to control.
I thought it was supposed to lead me. Why is it leading the dirt?
So then he's like, oh, it's weak. I can attack. Like, but anyway, yeah. No, so some guy was like, you need to, if the dog shits inside, that's on you. You need to be on a schedule. And so does your dog. Like what? Like someone, like a girl's like birth control? Like I have to set a timer and like always like, oh, it's 4:23. It's gotta go let him out. Like
right. Well, some people do that, but the dog should know that not to like hold it in.
Yeah, they have to. Awake. Yeah. Like, they can't just, at their earliest convenience, take a fat shit indoors. That's not good.
Yeah.
You have to train the dog to not shit indoors, and then you have to take it out.
You can train the dog to tell you that he needs to go out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do. But if the dog doesn't know that it's bad to shit inside, he's just going to shit inside. It's a ridiculous notion to claim that a dog doesn't need to be disciplined to not shit in the house. And it's a ridiculous notion to claim that no dog is going to eat something off the floor. Like, have you ever even met a dog?
Very weird.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
It's a very weird claim to make.
Gurgi won't eat stuff off the floor generally, because he's like a very well behaved dog, and he's like he's not a very adventurous, not a very rambunctious dog. Like my brother's dog is very much more high energy, wants to play with toys a lot. Gurgi is a gentleman. He likes his leisure.
Sure.
But
yeah, he likes to lay about and get pet.
Yeah, he is a big fan of those two activities. Those are his favorite hobbies. All right, we'll end the stream with this battle, I think.
All right, sounds good.
1, 2, 3, and then yeah, we'll see if I win or have to load next time. All right, battle in Orman. Oh man, I thought I had way more forces than this. I guess it felt like I had so many more, but wobble wobble. It sounds like the guy in Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, actually, the horse guy, like I said, the fear.
Oh, you know, like the singing fish. It sounds like the demented singing fish when it starts to break. It's like, wow, wow.
The singing fish.
You do not know that, like, toy, you put it on the wall?
Oh, okay.
And then when it starts to break, the audio is all fucked up?
I'm like, what fucking magic crystal shit are we talking about?
No, I'm not talking about an actual fish. I swear, I'm not crazy.
Like, yeah,
it's a rubber fish.
It's like the talking fish, like the $250,000 in the walls.
You're about to take me to the psych ward.
No, I thought you were referencing like some fantasy movie. Like I thought you were referencing like Black Cauldron or something where there's like the scene where they go and live with the fairies. I was like, are there fish in that scene? Like what? Talking fish, like where? But no, I do know what you mean. It's like when a Furby is dying or whatever.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, any of those things that like make the noise. Yeah, so the horse guy, good at making them, good at clearing out a lot of them, because all the ones that are different color, they're fleeing. So.
A grand battle.
I'll do double speed, because I think double speed feels more normal.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. If I'm thinking like the heat of battle, you should be at least moving at this pace.
Oh, best advice someone gave me is if you do want to give your dog some leftovers, put it in his bowl. That way he'll wait by his bowl and beg. Yeah, I mean, that's better than just handing him from the table. The problem with giving a dog leftovers, or like food
That they
from the
won't-
table, is they don't understand why they're getting it, and so it makes them anxious. They feel like there's an infinite amount of stuff they could be doing that would make them a good boy, and they desperately want to be a good boy. So they're going to be panicking trying to figure out what it is that they're not doing all the time. Well, anytime you have food, they're going to be thinking, oh my god, I didn't get any of the food, that must mean I'm bad. And so like, Gurgi is a very delicate dog. He
has his feelings hurt very easily.
he's been fed table scraps at Christmas parties, and so during Christmas parties he stands under the table and he trembles because he's like, I'm a bad dog, I'm not getting food constantly, because there's no limit to how much food he could be getting, and so there's no limit to how much of a bad dog he is for not getting the food. And so it's just not right to set that up and then just make the dog like super fat. Like how much food did you have to give the dog before he would be like, I'm a good boy?
Yeah, and another very common problem is dogs will stop eating their regular food.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, this isn't the good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how they reach that conclusion, but they do.
Well, I think a lot of times if they refuse to eat their dinner, you give them something better.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
so they think that the dinner is the bad boy stuff.
They think
they gotta wait for the good boy stuff.
Yeah, they think they're playing the marshmallow game where if they don't eat it, they'll get a reward.
Ah, yeah.
So
obviously this can be a problem if they're starving themselves.
Especially like now what if you give them the good food and they still feel like, oh, maybe I should be waiting more.
Yes, wait even longer next time.
Yeah.
Alright, good night, Gabe. We're gonna head off soon, too.
Yes.
It's already pretty late for us.
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna save. It'll just be the latest Edward. We'll just assume is the Edward 5. Yeah. I think I can just close that sucker. Yes.
And here are Adam's books.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
you can buy on BernieStarComics.net. We got the plug-in.
Yeah. Certainly not getting any sales from fucking Twitter now.
Oh, no.
Well, not any, I don't know. Not that, it's not the end of the world. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna remember that shit in like a year.
Yeah. A fucking lunatic, my god.
Yeah, it was... I think you were correct in assessing that he was being quite rude.
Yeah.
But, I guess some people, when they get into a habit of just, like, putting people on blast on their Twitter account, they just, they get obsessed with that feeling of, being like, oh, look how bad this guy is. Let's all shit on him.
And it's not only is it, like, not appropriate to do to your peer, like, I'm another writer who is, like, I'm trying to find success in a non-woke market.
Yeah.
Just like he is. We are peers. We go to the reason people recommended that I follow him and talk to him about moving to New Hampshire is because he goes to BasedCon. He's like a regular attendee of that convention.
Yeah.
So like we have like mutual people that we know. It's like not only is it a crazy thing to do to me because he knows me, it's a crazy thing to do to anyone that is your peer in the same field. Like I would never, like I'm not gonna put on blast like Allison Wade or like a Ragmar or something, like these other like indie authors that are like putting out, indie books. I wouldn't do that, period, because that's like a fucking crazy thing to do. Because anyone, I mean, not just for like self-preservation, because obviously someone should see that and be like, oh wow, this guy's a raging lunatic and an asshole. Mm-hmm. But just because it's like these are other people trying to find success in your field. It's just wrong to try to fuck over their career over like what he doesn't like my opinion on whether you can yell at a dog. fucking that's and also the subject matter itself, like no matter what it was about, it's not acceptable. I would never do that.
Yeah.
Like if like even if someone was fucking eating dogs, like even if they made a tweet and I'm like, oh my god, he's eating dogs, I would still double check and be like,
DM them first, like you're eating dogs. Is that what you meant to say?
I would yeah, like I would at least
Just to clarify.
It's not like we've gotten into a heated argument and then he shares my tweet and is like, oh, look at this asshole. He just started with that.
The conclusion first.
Yeah, he just
that you
started.
were a bad dog owner.
Yeah, he just started with, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. He didn't talk to me at all. Was just like sees my tweet, decides to share it. He's never shared any of my other tweets that were like about anything else. Mm-hmm. He evidently just sees my tweets all the time, never interacts with them unless it's to be a nasty piece of shit.
And that's what his whole Twitter timeline essentially is.
Yeah. That's like
he's not promoting anybody. It's mostly just like, you know.
Yeah, he's not promoting other authors or whatever. He's
promoting causing drama.
Promoting himself, causing drama, and being nasty to people, which is a terrible way to exist. But even beyond that, like the point itself of being like, I've never punished a dog before. I have 5 of them. It's like, fucking, what are you talking about? That's an insane thing to think is possible.
It's also an insane amount of dogs to have all at once.
Yeah.
I guess he's supposed to be like homestead farm boy or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, to believe genuinely you don't have to punish an animal is so. And then someone was like, also being another person was commenting, was like being nasty. He was like, "Oh, you're dumb," whoa, and like sent a video of a guy like walking a dog or whatever, like for a competition.
Yeah, to show how well trained the dog is.
And he's like, "This guy, see in the video, he never punishes the dog." He's like, "Well, he's trained for the competition already."
He's already trained. It's already a trained dog. It's not a puppy.
Like, what is this like soy boy bitch shit where like you assume that someone is like a villain from a movie constantly yelling at their dog? Like, you do it like...
I don't know how people like just want to assume the worst of everybody.
You when you're training a dog, you train it and then you're done. That's it.
Yeah.
And then like...
And so long as you like keep up the commands and make sure that they're in line, they should stay trained.
Yeah, and you don't really have to... I mean, it depends on the dog, I guess, but you don't have to even yell at them that much.
Yeah.
But even in the video that the guy shares, the dog starts to go off to the side and he yanks him back. And it's like, I mean, that's like punishment. That's like, people were like, no, you should only interrupt them and then correct it. Like, someone was like, while the dog is shitting in the house, you should pick them up and carry them outside. So
yeah,
they shit outside. Bit weird. And I was like...
Maybe if you have a small dog, that's possible, but I mean, I don't think you're going to be picking up a shitting German Shepherd and bringing them outside or anything.
And then that guy was like, I'm not talking, you can't, I was like, okay, so what, are you going to throw them out the window? And they're like, like, how are you going to get them outside fast enough? What are you talking about? And then he's like, oh, well, it's like, that was the guy who was mad at me for taking things literally. It was like, what the fuck are you, like, what are you actually saying to do? Because he's like, yeah, carry them outside, but then I'm like, you're not going to be able to do that in time. And then he's like, don't
stop taking me literally.
He's like, you can't stop them from shitting in the house. It's about correcting the action afterwards. Well, that's what yelling at a dog is, when you're like, no, don't poop.
Yeah.
So like, what the fuck?
So basically, he realized he was wrong, got embarrassed, and then pretended like he never made the previous argument.
Because I replied to him and I was like, you're repeating my argument back to me.
Yeah.
So like, one of us
exactly.
isn't. I was very charitable. I was like, oh, maybe one of us isn't being clear about it. But it's like, no, you're a retard. That's kind of.
He changed his mind.
He realized I was right, and then he couldn't admit he was wrong, and then he was like, oh, I'm done with this, and I was like,
okay.
I was like, hey, you could just admit you're wrong, man. It's fine. Like, we could all just, whatever.
Well, a lot of people are really terrified at admitting that they don't know something or that they're wrong about something, because they think that once they admit they're wrong about something, nobody will ever like see them as valid in any other like thing that they say or talk about.
Yeah,
But I think it makes you more valid because it shows that you have the ability to admit when you're wrong.
What a fucking prison it is to never be able to admit you're wrong. It's like such like middle school shit. My God. Like you watch like Death Note and you're like, I am light. I am L, And if I am ever wrong, I will literally jam a Chaos Emerald so far up my ass, I bleed to death.
Oh, is that how Death Note ends?
That's what happens, yeah, at the end.
Okay.
No, it's just like fucking so stupid. God, what?
Was it furry? You took it way too personally.
Punishing dogs is he's not into BDSM.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess the moral of the story is don't overreact to very small things.
Yeah. But it's like someone else commented who was like, all I've ever had to do is, in my limited experience, all you have to do with a dog is scold them. And I was like, well...
Yes, that's what he's
That's
talking
what-
about.
that's-
That's what
well,
you're talking about.
I was like, is scold and punishment not the same thing? It's not like I take their Nintendo 64 away. Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I actually... Like, what do you think I'm doing? Like, this is in the context of giving criticism, so it's like a verbal situation. Like, this is... The author of... Earning Friends and whatever, his point is that you can't offer verbal criticism because it never ever works. It doesn't even work on animals, but does work on animals. Right. You can scold a dog and they will understand.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty sure none of these people responding to you know the book that you're talking about or the context.
Not a single person. It's
Yeah,
guaranteed
they're
because the
hyper-focused on
first
the
chapter of the
dog
book says don't criticize people, and they're all like criticizing me. So they obviously don't even agree with the book if they have read it. It's a very well-known book, so I feel like I was assuming people were gonna be like, oh, you have to read further or something. But
right. Be more informed about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It is quite charitable for the internet.
The person who wrote the comment about scolding the thing liked my reply, and like a bunch of people did, but like it's like it's one thing to just like drop a like, and it's another thing to
say,
like,
oh, you're right.
Yeah, write an
or
actual.
Be like, oh, sorry, I was wrong about you being a dog abuser.
Yeah, it's another thing to like, drop a comment being like, oh yeah, well, probably means this or something, or like, I don't think that, like, it's like, I don't know, I think also the guy's probably accumulated an audience of just people who are nasty. Like, they're just people who like to, like, see someone put on blast and then, like, shit on them.
Oh, yeah, like, help him out, putting people on blast.
Yeah, because you can't follow him on his, like, private account without him approving you. So he's only approving a particular type of person. And if he can take away your ability to follow him. So, like, if he decides later that you're not mean or you're, like...
you're out of the cool kids club.
You're contradicting him, yeah. So, like... Yeah, so it's like fucking... It's even more insane that he's, like, putting me on blast, given that context, where, like, someone has, like, vouched for me that he should accept me to follow him and stuff. Like, it's an even more crazy situation.
Yeah.
But... Oh, in any case, who fucking cares? It's, like, kind of fine. Matthew's out of his fucking gourd. I don't know. The thing I kind of worry about is, like, going to BaseCon next year is, like...
Yeah, seeing him.
I mean, I don't really care about seeing him, but is he gonna go and, like, tell people that I'm
your book.
Yeah, that I'm a dog abuser? Like, because he's essentially, by sharing my post and, like, implying I'm a dog abuser.
I don't think he thinks you're a dog abuser, actually. I think that he just doesn't care if other people think you are.
Yeah.
Really, that's like, kind of the problem. He just doesn't want to admit that he's, like, being accusatory or inflammatory towards you. And then he's like, oh, I'm not responsible for what other people say, though.
It's like he saw an opportunity where he thought the people that follow him would think he's right, and that's all that he cares about.
Essentially. I mean, his tweet does kind of boil down to virtue signaling. Being like, I'm such a good person.
Yeah,
this guy is not a good person.
Starts it with, like, oh, I have, like, all these dogs, and I never had to punish a single one. It's like, what are you even talking about, dude? Everybody, like, everybody fucking, like, yells at a dog. Like, I don't, like, you...
Yeah, I don't
you
feel
are
like he's being very authentic.
If you're so soft, you can't say no to a dog if it's like shitting on the floor. You're just too weak to live. I don't understand that.
If your dog runs out into the street and you don't call for it, you're not a good dog owner.
It's so weak. Like, fucking Gurgi ran out of the house because there were like workers or something working, and my dad was too embarrassed to yell at him to call him back.
Yeah.
Gurgi could have died that day, and I was so humiliated by my dad because it's like such a weak thing to not be able to be embarrassed in front of someone to have to yell for the dog to stop. It's like you just can yell at a dog and it'll be fine. It's like the dog will forgive you. Dogs are very nice. It's fine.
Yeah, they want to make you happy.
But the dog won't forgive you if it runs out in the street and gets crushed by a car.
Yeah.
It won't be able to forgive you. So you should probably yell to keep the dog alive. And also, like, dog picks up a bird, like a dead bird, and is like carrying it around like a chew toy. You really aren't going to be like, no. Like, they're like, no, you have to give it something it's supposed... If the dog is chewing on something it's not supposed to, you're supposed to give it a chew toy instead. That's what someone said. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? If it's chewing on a dead bird with like maggots in it and shit, you're not going to be like, get that out of your mouth. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, what is the consequence? Is the dog going to be traumatized for life? Is it gonna become a communist in college because you were mean to it? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can't yell at the dog. Like, it's or that video where the dog has the cicada in its mouth. Like,
oh yeah, that's
what are you?
funny
What are you just gonna let the dog eat the cicada? What are you gonna go look for another chew toy? No, you're outside. The dog has a cicada in its mouth. Get the cicada out of his fucking mouth.
Just open his mouth up.
Just open it out and be like, no, you're not supposed to chew on those. Like, oh my god.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I doubt if he saw you, he'd even remember what he said about you. He most likely would be too busy thinking about himself.
Yeah, well, there's so many other people that he's put on blast on his Twitter account, so...
I think literally I might be the first person to ever stand up to him being a total piece of shit. Because he's like...
No, I mean, I saw him replying to other people, too. And it was the same way with, like, the multiple quote tweet things.
Oh, yeah, he does, like, part 1 out of 7 or something? It's like...
Yes.
Fucking... lunatic shit. Like, fucking...
I think that he just has a certain pattern of justifying when he's being an asshole.
Yeah. And it's like the sympathetic embarrassment is also not fair. I shouldn't have to feel embarrassed for someone who's a total asshole, but it's so fucking cringy to like act like that. To just be.
And it's not helpful. Not to anyone. Not helpful for himself. It's not helpful for like his political party. Certainly not. Snake eating the tail.
Well, most of it he hides with his private account when he's being shitty to people. With his public account, he'll be more, like, neutral about stuff.
Sure.
But it's like, I don't know. It's fucking... not nice. Anyway. So that's how my day has gone. Other than that, I got a bunch of writing done in the morning. So, that was cool.
I read more comics that I didn't like, but that's fine. At least I did some reading.
And I guess I got the... I don't know if I mentioned I was going to do the fairy tale thing.
Yeah.
But I finished, like, maybe the first draft and had Trisha read maybe the first draft.
And
like...
it was super cute. It was super nice.
So, gotta look at... I'm going to have it be, like, illustrated. Do some pages...
Talk to some artists.
Yeah, I gotta talk to some people. Do some pages that are, like, comic-y style and some pages that are just, like, illustrations with, like, a big wall of text on the other page.
Make it stylistic.
Yeah, I'm gonna do, like, a hybridized, like, fairy tale, like, standard storybook versus comic book. And I want to make it something that, like, you can recommend to, like, a kid, but I want to make it sort of Dragon Ball Z-y, you know? Where there's, like, there's elements that are, like, you know, like, action-y and stuff. Where it's
right, yeah.
It's exciting, but it's, like, you know, it doesn't, yeah.
And kid-friendly, right?
Yeah, kid-friendly, but also, like,
cool.
Kind of like Dragon Ball Z, where it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
And we need more like kid-friendly stuff that is also cool, because right
Yeah.
now they just only have like CalArts garbage.
Yeah, and like comic books aren't much better at the moment. Now kids they like manga a lot, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like all they got. But you know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for hanging out, boys and girls.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next stream. Maybe we'll play more of this, maybe we'll play something different, maybe you guys have some suggestions for us. Let us know.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Hope I'll see you guys next time.
Good night,